Hello there, you guys. It has been a minute since I've filmed, so I feel a little bit rusty, but I think I will get the hang of it pretty quick. As we've entered the new year, I've been feeling this really renewed, fresh sense of energy, and I just have this new spark of creativity, especially with the light growing and coming back again, and the nights are getting just a little bit shorter, and I know it's not significant yet, but it really does feel like a lot to my brain, and maybe that's just a me thing, but it really does seem to help a lot, and I just have this new spark of excited energy to keep working and building forward with content and sharing things. So I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk about some of my plans and updates and changes going forward, and let you all in on what I'm thinking and open the door for a conversation with you all as well into what you want to see and what you think about some of these changes and all that business. So with that said, I am thinking about chunking this video into two portions. First, talking about YouTube, this channel, my other channel, and social media in general. And then for the second part, just more of a general outlook on the year, some goals and updates, things to come. I have to be a little bit careful about some of those things because there's a lot of secret projects coming. I will be letting you in on those things throughout the year, and I'll talk a little bit more about that on my other channel as well as the time ahead unfolds. First, YouTube, and I want to start by talking about my other channel a little bit because that ties in a lot with the changes that are going to be happening here. So for those of you that maybe don't know, a couple years ago I started, or almost 2 years ago, I started a second channel where I share more of the vlogs of my daily life, a lot of voiceovered content. It's really more focused on cinematics and just nature and lessons and other witchcrafty things, but it's not quite as how-to, it's more just things that I'm learning as I go along. And it's where I get to be a little more creative with my videos, and I really put my heart and soul into what I create there, and it means a lot to have that area of content creation here on YouTube. And over the last year, I've been kind of trying to figure out how I want to manage this separation, because initially I created it to have a space to share things that really made my heart happy and made me feel really fulfilled creatively, because occasionally on this channel I just wasn't always feeling that way, or I would try to experiment sharing other things and people didn't take it so well. So I decided to keep this channel really focused on witchcraft and herbalism and those kinds of things and just the teaching of that stuff. And so I created this separation to keep everybody happy, and it's worked out really well. But over the last year I've struggled a little bit with reformatting videos here and not really sure where the videos collide a little too much. And so my goal right now is to find a little bit of a better balance between the videos. So for going forward, a handful of the things that I share here are going to be sort of sistered to what I share on my other channel. So I will be sharing a lot more of my daily magic, my learnings and processes, and just personal experience going through and building my practice up as time goes on over there. You'll be able to see the first attempts at spells and first attempts at ritual and writing things and delving into things, or just some experiments that I may not even share over here necessarily, but here is where I would like to take, say I'm experimenting with a recipe over there. You'll be able to see the vlog of it and the experience of it and some general thoughts there, and here I will, after time, share the lesson of it, or at least the how-to for you all. This isn't always going to be the case. I'm still going to continue on with some beginner stuff, and that's something I will get into in a minute. But any of the recipes or spell videos, often you will be able to see that earlier on the other channel, and more of the experiments and experience of it in a vloggy format. And I will also still share more witchy stuff, more daily magic, more things like that over there. So I would really recommend checking it out if you haven't already. And also, to help preserve this separation, I want to try another new format here. So in the summertime, I started experimenting with kind of vlogging more of the process here. I'm going to shift that, vlogging the process, over there, and then sharing everything here, similar to how I used to, but I have a little bit more that I want to add to it because I I want to have a little bit more creative fulfillment in these videos than I've been getting lately, or that I used to out of my original format. And you'll be able to see my plans with this in the time moving forward. But with that said, if you do enjoy kind of the vlogging process of going through the magic, more of that will be focused on the other channel. So that's kind of the big conversation there with shifts of format and how I'm going to be sharing things moving forward and my plans right now. Next, and I know a lot of you have noticed this, that I have privated a handful of my beginner videos. And, well, actually quite a few. I started this channel almost 3 years ago now. And in this time, my practice has changed significantly in a lot of ways, and I mean kind of just grown slightly in others. But because of this growth and change, looking back at my older videos, I don't really feel like they always still hold true to what I have come to understand now. Or if they do, they don't allow for enough room for growth and change, in my opinion. And I want to work on making them again with my new understandings and allowing for more room for growth. I also think that I have grown as a teacher in a way. I feel like I have a better ability to share my understandings now, and I would like the content that is there teaching these things to reflect that. And so I will be remaking most of them. A few of them don't necessarily hold true. A lot of you saw that I got rid of my Sabbath videos, and that I have a plan with because my personal practice has changed significantly over the years, especially when it comes to seasonal traditions. And so that's something I really want to work on sharing more of, but I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that yet. And I want to know what you all want to see with that specifically. This is a project that's probably going to take some time for me to work on, but I want to do it justice because it is becoming a very big, important part of how my craft influences my life, but it has changed a lot over the course of the last 3 years and is going to continue to grow, I imagine, through the rest of my life. And so I just want to have room for that, really is the moral of the story. But a lot of the beginner videos I've shared, I am going to remake with some more openness and newer learnings, and also just make it a more enjoyable video. I feel like I've grown a lot in my ability to create videos, and I want those videos to reflect that as well. So that is something that you will see in the time ahead. I do have kind of a timeline for myself with how I'm going to share those things, and I'm looking forward to it. And there are some exciting things coming with regards to that as well. All right, then next I kind of want to talk about other socials and creative spaces. I do want to quickly note here, I do have a Patreon, and it is something that is really essential to the continuation of sharing videos here. It's what allows me to do all of this. And I know it's not for everybody. I just want to quickly mention it so that those of you who are maybe interested are aware of it, but it is absolutely okay if you aren't. But I really do appreciate all of you that are there. It is what keeps things running over here, and it just, I really couldn't be doing this without you guys. And so just a quick mention, there I share my art, I share herbal profiles, and I share spells and recipes, and recently I've even started sharing some book recommendations, and that's been really nice. And there's just a handful of fun things. It's a really great community, and I just really couldn't be doing this without you guys. I know I say that a lot, but I really mean it, and just wanted to pop it in there. I always feel a little awkward talking about it, but it is a very big, important part of this channel and these creation things. So there is the, there it is. Now for other socials, this is kind of something that I just want to do for myself and to challenge myself a little bit more creatively. I really want to work more on sharing better things on Instagram and really focusing on honing in that skill with photography. I've kind of made a bad habit of just taking screenshots from videos more often than I think I should, and so I'm going to try to do a little bit better. And I also think, I'm not sure, don't hold me to this, it is something I'm going to just try. I want to try doing TikTok things. I will link that down below. I am not very good at it. It is a platform that confuses me, and every time I've ever really used it, I've wasted too much of my day. And so it's not exactly my cup of tea, but it is something that I think could help push me creatively a little bit. And so I'm gonna try it out. And I think I'm gonna try to share just some short form content, simple herbals, simple spells, just quick one-off things, along with some just general naturey things and pretty things, and I don't know, just gonna challenge myself creatively there. So if you're interested in that, that will be linked down below. I have told myself that I'm gonna give it a good effort in the month of January, and who knows, maybe I will enjoy it, but we will see. We will see. And that's about all that I really have to talk about with regards to the changes and things coming with YouTube and social platforms. So really just a quick recap, check out my other channel. There I will share a lot of the stuff that I think would be beneficial for those of you trying to integrate practice into your daily life, and just how I generally move through life and with my craft and path and practice. And also here I will still continue to share the regular content. I just want to try a different format and see how things go with that. And so with that, let's kind of move on to general outlook for the year and some changes and things. Like I said, a big part of this I can't really talk about yet. I have a lot of really big projects in the works that I am so excited about, and I think I will be able to talk about soon. And a lot of you have already guessed them. I'm excited, and I will keep you updated soon. But beyond the more clandestine things, I have a lot of personal spiritual work that I've entered into that I am really looking forward to sharing and discussing a little bit more. I think a lot of what I do for myself spiritually, I've kept for myself, and I think I will continue to do that, but I want to discuss it a little bit more openly while still keeping it a little bit personal to myself. So I still need to figure out how I will do that, and I will probably share once again more of that on my other channel. But I'm really excited. I feel like I've entered a new space in my spiritual journey that I'm really happy with. It feels really good, and it's something I'm still uncovering, but that is stuff to look forward to in the time ahead. And also there are gonna probably be some pretty big changes of scenery over the next year. I'm not sure exactly. It's gonna rely on a couple things, but I may not be in Washington much longer. So if there's anything that you all want to see or have me delve into while I am still on this coast, let me know, and I will try my best to get into that. And that's kind of all I think I have for you. These videos are kind of important for my brain when I have a lot of ideas that I just want to get out and get working on. It helps me to just sit down and talk about them and share them. And I know these are kind of boring videos, but it really does help my brain to just move forward down these paths. And I really appreciate you all bearing with me through this. And I feel really good about the future and what is to come. I'm really excited, and just a new year shift, it feels refreshing, it feels good. I mean, every new year feels amazing to me. It's even the start of a week, a Monday is exciting. It just feels like a fresh, clean slate to me, and I'm excited. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Once again, go check out my other channel if you haven't already, and I know it's not for everyone, but if you could check out my Patreon, it would mean the world to me. And yeah, I will see you soon. Thank you guys so much for being here. I cannot believe that we have entered another year, and come February, it will be 3 years here on this platform, and that is absolutely crazy to me. So I could not imagine my life without you all, and I'm just really grateful that this is my life and that I get to share this stuff with you. It really means the world to me. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one.